of Clarity, here to bring you another collective energy reading along with some live donation readings. If you're interested, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section or the chat and let me know if the reading resonates with you. Excuse me. Make sure you ring that bell when you subscribe. That way you get notified every time I come on. So what's up, family? As I sip my water and mind my business till we get these messages. What's up, family? What's going on? Peace. Sis, that message today. Hi, Kayla. La T, that message today. That message today about the storms. That message today about the storm, sis, was so freaking on point. I can't remember how I've been saying it, but I've been saying it, and so I know that that's spirit channeling. You know what I'm saying? That's spirit's connection. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry, I'm jumping into the reading, but I ain't reading yet. But what I was saying, I think the other night, because I didn't come on last night. I basically was saying, like, why would you keep doing the same thing, basically, with the same person, expecting them to be different, expecting them to be you, and not have some type of casualty behind how they act. A snake is a snake, right? A snake is a reptile with no empathy, no love, no affection. They will allow you to handle them. They will allow you to feed them. But they eventually will become the snake to turn on you, because guess what? They still a snake. And it baffles my mind how people will repeat cycles with people they know will continue to hurt them. And so when you talked about that devastation and destruction from the storm and how you could end up, you know what I'm saying, getting that, that's another thing I always say, why you chasing that situation? Because if you chase that situation, you will end up with the karma that they gonna get. That's meant for them. You gonna get a piece of that too. You're not absolved from it. You know what I'm saying? You are not absolved from, if you chase somebody down while they're experiencing their karma, you will get some of it too, because you asking for it. I keep telling people that, but they don't want to listen. It's okay. I'm gonna keep saying it though until I get tired of saying it. Sometimes I say things and then I just get quiet because I ain't got nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't even make no sense. I don't need to repeat myself. You heard me the first time and you still did it. you know well, Kayla, you know what it takes? It takes some courage to let go, to know that you can survive without that person, you could thrive without that person. Like, we tend to do that when we're codependent on people, right? Whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, there's some codependency there. And when you start working on that codependency, then you can start to release that situation or that person that's not, what I mean? They're not serving you. They're not feeding your interest. They're not feeding you, but you may be feeding them. Well, when you realize you can live without them, you actually are able to pull back from that. You realize, oh, well, I can go on and I'll be just fine. That changes everything. When you get to that realization that you don't need them like you thought you did, you're not going to be lonely, or or you could be alone and not lonely. How about that? You could be, where is my damn lighter? Did somebody come get my lighter? My desk is getting out of hand right now, y'all. Just forgive me. But yeah, you get to realize that when you work on yourself and you work on your shadow, you start to realize you don't need people like that. Yeah, and that's normal. Afraid of confrontation. Hey, Carmen. Oh, let me pin a comment. What's up, Black Cherry? Pen. You say you get real quiet? Hell yeah. You know, I will tell you, right, what I know. And then what it is that I think sometimes, yes. Yeah. Um, but I feel like at some point, if you said it enough times, you just gotta let them go figure it out for themselves. Like, like they hear you, they heard you, you said it, and you meant it, and they know it. And but if they don't want to do anything about it, it's fine. That's their journey, that's their path. But I feel like some point in time, you just gotta let them go, do what it is they thought they came to do. They might go down the wrong path, or what seems like the wrong path. It is the right path for them because there's some lessons that they have to go learn. And I feel like, sometimes you just gotta let people go learn. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to listen. They don't want to heed warnings. Far be it for me to stop you from your karma. Okay? Far be it for me. Because I don't want nobody's karma. Especially if I see it coming, I'm getting up out the way. I'm gonna let you have all of that. Shit. Going to the pits of hell, trying to pull you out, and you don't want to go? Well, guess what? I am getting up out the way. What the hell? All right, let's see. I feel like he must have took my torch, but I don't see it. And I need to reorder this desk. The every card in the book I have. Needed some Palo Santo. I was feeling kind of way on my way upstairs. I'm like, why I feel like that? I feel like somebody aggravated. Somebody aggravated y'all? Okay. Yeah, I feel like somebody got aggravation. You know that aggravation where you don't even know why you mad. You just mad. I feel like that, but I'm not mad. As soon as I sat at my table, I'm like, oh, somebody aggravated. So, the channel message yesterday, I almost came on, but my tiredness took over. And I said, nope. I told him I might not been there. Um, so, sometimes people push you away with this intention that you will fight to stay. And every time you get close again, they push some more. That's what I was getting. That this energy pushes you away, and there's a lot of frustration involved because I'm rubbing my face. I'm not even frustrated right now, but I'm feeling the energy of somebody frustrated. You know what I mean? Like face palm type shit. Um, hey, money. Yeah, so it's a lot of it's the frustration, but you can't even specify. I feel like somebody's very annoyed. Um, you collective, them, someone is annoyed. Could be both. I don't know. But the channel message centered on somebody pushing you away, but you going with it, right? Like they pushed you away, you didn't fight. They pushed you away, you didn't come back. Because you was like, oh, you want me away? All right, cool. I think that I can stay away. And I'm good. I'm gonna stay away then. And that's not that wasn't the intended outcome. This person, ooh, sorry, chills. Sometimes I think this person, I feel like I saw it in the cards the other day, my homemade deck. I play these games because I want to see if you're gonna stay. So that's that kind of energy. This is somebody very immature in their own energy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? Let me realize I need to close something out. Okay. So this is somebody like really immature in their own energy, like wanting you to play some cat and mouse type shit. And we're not doing that. Not here. Not my collective. We don't play them games. You know what I'm saying? This is something maybe they learn these games through a parent and decide they want to play with you, or they learned it through another relationship. They want to play with you. I don't know. Here we talk about parent wounds because they're very relevant and very important to how you interact with a person. You know what I'm saying? People show up how they were raised. They show up what they've been through. They show up with their wounds. They show up their emotional age. And sometimes people emotional age is very tricky because they're full-fledged adult, probably in their 50s or something, and still acting like they 12. Or, at the wrong day, wrong time, you catch them, they are 12. You're like, well, damn. What happened? But they're usually the age of their trauma when they were impacted the most. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. I appreciate y'all coming in to the Spiritual Lounge. Tonight we will be doing live donation readings for anybody who's interested. Please follow the pinned comment. Okay. So we all should keep, once you know better, you do better, right? So one of the things I know now that I know about emotional age, and I don't feel like I'm an expert on it, but I know enough that when I see it, I'm like, okay, I recognize it. I pause, I step back from it. I don't engage with it. I don't antagonize it. I just observe. You know what I'm saying? Or I stay clear. Usually it's not directed at me when I've seen it. Um, yeah. So I just observe because, sometimes people are just they so hurt. They some hurt little people walking around here in these big people skin suits. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's why it's so important to live a peaceful and happy life. I feel like more don't understand. More people do not understand how important a parent's behavior in front of you and their emotional behavior, their how they manage their finances, how they manage their friendships and their relationships. All of that's important to the development of the child. That's why divorce is important when it's needed, when the relationship goes sour, because staying in a bad relationship is more detrimental to the child than the divorce. If you sit down with that child and talk to them like, this is not healthy for mommy, this is not healthy for daddy, we can't do this anymore, and we're gonna work something out where I can be with you. That's a healthier conversation to have, an emotionally intelligent conversation to have with a child than to be like, I'm gonna just sit here, grin and bear it, and put up with it, and put myself through it for the sake of keeping us all together. Meanwhile, I'm miserable, you miserable, and everybody just together miserable. That don't make no sense. Oh, your inner child was angry today. Oh, maybe it's a emotion. Maybe it's a I don't know, y'all. Could be like a planetary thing, because on my way up here, I felt all this frustration. I'm going. I don't even know what I'm frustrated about because I'm not frustrated. I mean, I got things I could be frustrated, but there was nothing specific I could point to that would lend to, so it didn't feel like my energy. You know what I'm saying? I tend to pick up on people's energy, and they don't feel like that. Thanks for coming to the channel. I see more people in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for coming. Not in the chat, but on the channel. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, we get ready to unpack this. They pushed you away. So I'm also picking up on avoidant energy, right? So somebody who's not facing their emotions, they rather be avoided. And let me tell y'all something about that too, in YouTube, right? In particular, there is some channels on here, and the topic alone, and I'll talk to y'all about this in the past. The topic alone has gotten me really is frustrated to hear. I guess that's the best way I can put it. It's just frustrating to hear how they say things like how to make your avoidant love you, how to make your avoidant come back, how to treat your avoidant such and such and such. And if listen, let me tell you something. Mm, Coming from me and my personal experience, I'm a woman of a certain age, okay? You are not supposed to be trying to create an environment to please somebody who refuses to be pleased. They're avoidant. Okay, so look up when you get a chance, look up avoidant attachment style. We'll go over that another time and I'll play a video on that. But somebody with an unsecure attachment style or an avoidant attachment style or disorganized avoidant attachment style, they will do things to monkey wrench your connection. And they will either play a lot of games or they really just can't get close to nobody because they haven't worked through their stuff. And you can't play enough manipulative games with a person like that to get what you want. It's not going to work out in your favor. It's going to frustrate you. It's going to wear you out. It's going to make you upset with yourself that you were trying so hard to get that person's attention. You were being a pick me, you know what I'm saying, or a people pleaser inadvertently. Because a lot of times you may not realize that you're trying so hard. You just know that this is your person in some way. Y'all had some type of spark or connection, and you want to try. And this person leaves you hanging every time. All right. So you be careful when you hear people tell you how you could fix that person because you can't fix them. This is a person, if they're avoided, emotionally avoided of intimacy with you, friendship or romance with you, they're more than likely intimately avoidant of their own problems, concerns. They haven't done any shadow work. They haven't done therapy. They haven't done anything, any work on themselves. So they will keep you in a constant loop of cat and mouse with them. And then, some of them get bored with you, play with you like a little, and just straight ghost you, and then come back and see if they could try again with you because you were fun while it lasted until they got done playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Heal and be overlooked. Yeah. And not enough people tell you to to stop holding on, stop fighting for stuff. Sometimes the smartest thing is to know when to stop fighting. Sometimes the smartest thing you could do is to stop fighting. You're not supposed. Let me tell you something. There's another thing too. People say, and I used to be one that say, I love hard. I used to say it. I love hard. Do you all realize that love does not resonate in hard? Love does not resonate in hard. Love is not on that vibration, that frequency. That is not what love means. You can love somebody who's hard to love, but you don't love hard. That usually means that you are trying to control your situation in order to gain love from somebody, to gain that reciprocity that somebody may not be capable or willing to give you. And you're going to love yourself hard into frustration. You're going to love yourself hard into pain, and love yourself hard into hurt. We're not supposed to love hard. That's my belief. We're not supposed to love hard. We're supposed to love unconditionally to the best of our ability. But when certain conditions don't allow us to love and feel love, then we have to know when not to fight. There is a distinguished energy there. You got to know when to give it up, when to let it go. Sometimes people with those certain attachment styles that I mentioned, they're running from you. That's where that runner chaser energy crap come from, right? They running from you the whole time. They sneaking peeks, looking back to see if you tracking, see if you trying to catch up with them. Let them run, let them go. Let them go. Let them go wherever they going. You know what I'm saying? If they pushing you away, go where they pushed you away and go live your life and be happy. Because those who are meant to love you are going to love you, and it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be natural. It's going to be actually, for night and day from whatever you're experiencing. If you're going through this kind of situation, night and day, you'll be like, well, damn, I didn't know it can feel like this. It can. Yep. You know, today must have been a kind of vibration because, okay, so my title I put up because that was the download yesterday, what I was just telling you, right? And then I was listening to two of my favorite readers, and they were both like, yo, this person gonna come back and try to reconcile with you. Leave that motherfucker alone. Okay? Do not go back to them. That one of them mentioned how, and it came up in my download that this person is coming back with this specific reason, not reason, purpose to hurt you because you left them. It's interesting how somebody can push you away and then get mad at you for going in the direction that they pushed you. Ain't that something? How do you do that? How do you push somebody away and then expect them to still stay? Them to just take the abuse that you gave them, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever, and you just stand there and just keep on accepting it. Nah, not my collective. No ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. Okay. All right, Spirit, give me some cards. Because we about self-love over here. And yes, people do want to reconcile. Yes, some people can change. But listen, you got to know your level of what you can do and what you can't do with somebody. You got to know the level of somebody showing you respect and showing you disrespect that you can't really just overlook. Tell me more, Spirit. Invite your fears to tea. Okay, so this is for Kayla. And the reason why I brought up Kayla, she's here. We talked. She said that she got to sit with the fact that she could be alone, right? That's what we talked about. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your feelings, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. Now, I mentioned Kayla because listen, she said she don't know why she go through what she go through. That's what she mentioned in the chat. So I'm not calling her out. But that's the thing. Sometimes we're afraid of the person leaving us or the person not understanding us, that we when we're given unconditional love, we want to be seen too. We want to be heard as well. And when we think that the person that we were fighting for or wanting or whatever doesn't understand how we feel, we get a little fear. But that comes from the codependency of the relationship. We don't want to let go of something we need to let go. So invite your fears to tea so you can get that courageous energy because it's okay to be by yourself. You don't have to be in a situation that means that somebody doesn't return that love because again, some people are not capable of returning that love and they gotta have to they have to want to put in the energy and sometimes they just won't. They won't put the energy in. They don't care to put it in. They may care to do it with others, and you may have seen it. You may see it. Them do all the things they could have done for you. They do for everybody else. So let them be because they're doing it for who they want to do it for. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, I know that's right. No settling. Selling don't what's selling? What we selling for? Nothing. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, Spirit wants y'all to get out and play. Let me show you the card. So it says self care includes having fun. Are you playing enough, darling? Do you have enough free time? Or are you booked to the minute? Life goes by so darn fast. Make sure to have a blast along the way. Play connects us to our childlike curiosity and zest. When life feels too serious, toss aside your to do list and make room for the stuff that turns you on. Go to the movies. Have an adult slumber party. Swing at the playground. You're never too old to wee. Let the fun shine in and live a little or a lot. Yes, they will, Lati, all the time. Do it for that person they want to do it for. If they not doing it for you, you ain't for them. And stop trying with those people. And you know those people that too that give you a little breadcrumb. Okay, let's talk. Let's go out to eat. And then it just drifts off because they just want to know that they got your attention. They just want to know that they can come around. They just want to know. That's it. Oh, you having a adult sleepover this weekend? That sound like fun. Tell me more, Spirit. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Welcome to the Clarity Empress. What we call it? Spiritual Lounge, y'all. I'm forgetting my own spiel. Hold on, y'all. It says find your tribe. See what I'm saying? You have to find your tribe. This person will feel, this person that will push you away will make you feel as if you don't have anybody because they want you to trauma bond with them. Is what I'm getting. And I experienced this, but then it wasn't a trauma bond. Like the person kept leaving in my life with the intention to trauma bond me. Like whenever there was an argument, it was like, bye, I'm leaving. I used to be like, good riddance, go. Just leave. Don't forget your stuff. You need me to pack the bag, like, just go. And they was right back there. 10 minutes later, here they come. I'm like, just go. Like, I'm really not trying to hold on to you. And it took me years later because I didn't know what a trauma bond was to realize that's what the person was trying to do. Well, guess what? When you find your tribe, tribes don't trauma bond. Like we might go through some stuff, but we elevate. That's what the tribe does. Says your spiritual tribe is out there, and once you find your tribe members, rejoice together, motivate each other. What I just say, we motivate each other, support each other, and stick together. Share your accomplishments, hopes, desires, and heartbreak. Praise each other and offer the kindest tough love when needed. Excuse me. There's strength in numbers, and you're never alone. Listen, I fussed out a friend just real clean, not even a fuss, but real clean. I let her know. I was like, yo, you doing too much. But I love you. But you doing too much. You know? And that's your fault. Be honest with you. That's on you. You saying it's that person's fault, but you let them in the door. When somebody let somebody in the door, that they keep letting in the door, they keep letting them in, and they keep biting them. All you could do is say, that's your fault. But see, that's the honesty in me as a friend. I'm gonna tell you. So people compartmentalize friends, right? There's the honest friend, there's the crybaby friend or the nurturer. You know what I'm saying? There's the party friend and got all the ideas, want to take all the trips. You know what I'm saying? There's the homebody friend, don't want to go nowhere, but you can go over their house because they home is nice, comfortable, food ready. You know what I'm saying? We compartmentalize our friends. Everybody ain't the same type of person. And I'll tell my friends in a minute, Well, if you want to cry about it, go find your nurturer friend. Go find your friend that's gonna let you cry, because I'm not gonna cry with you. I might, but for the most part, that's not my MO, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that friend. I'm the friend that's gonna keep it real honest with you, especially if you wrong. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, and I'm not perfect. I'm just gonna point out facts. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's it, and that's all. Tell me more. You did it. Ooh. It says, hooray, success is here or just around the corner. You've worked hard and your efforts are paying off. Congratulate yourself and truly savor your fantastic victory. Just remember that success comes in cycles, so we can't be at the top of our game 24/7. We succeed, celebrate, rest, renew, and succeed again. Know where you are on this journey. You did it before and you could do it again. That's what I'm talking about. Cheerlead for yourself. Let your spirit tribe cheerlead with you. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, love on yourself. Be proud of yourself. You are an awesome being. You know what I'm saying? And the goodness that you put out in the world does come back to you. And it comes back in various forms. I've done something nice because I felt like it was the right thing to do, and then got blessed like almost instantly. So I know the law of reciprocity. I understand you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? You can harvest, you know what I'm saying, when you are actually sowing good seeds. Tell me more, spirit. Nourish yourself. This is all about you tonight, y'all. It says, have you been using food to numb rather than to nourish? Be honest. If so, break that pattern today. Show yourselves that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies. Make a green juice. Toast to your longevity. Cheers. I'm actually working on a challenge with my soul tribe, and I don't know how successful I've been thus far. We just started this week, but it's gonna go on for a couple weeks. But I am energetically fasting, right? I think where I'm fasting is certain areas of life that I decide I'm not gonna pay any attention to right now. I'm just gonna fast from that. I'm gonna let that go. I'm not gonna be worried about those things. I'm just gonna focus on what's at hand, be more present, so deal with the most important things at hand. All the woulda, coulda, shouldas, not worry about that right now. I'm focused on what I gotta do, what I am doing, and what's gonna benefit me by what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to change my focus. That's part of my fasting. Kind of like Lent. What will you give up? You know what I'm saying? Um, what will you give up and what will you add to? And then bottom of the deck, says stop comparing. Stop comparing. So it says apples don't compare themselves to oranges. Stars don't compete with other stars. They know there is room for all of us to shine in this ever expanding universe. So embrace our differences, celebrate your quirks and kinks, bring your fullest expression of self forward, and champion others when they do the same. I know that's right. This is part of loving on that soul tribe and really just, what I'm saying, honoring each other. That's what it is. Like, sometimes people push you away, and then what they push you into by pushing you away is something better than you could even ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? Can't even get it out right. You could have never imagined it would be that good because you were so busy holding on to that person, that situation, that thing, that friend group, that family group, whatever. You were doing all of that thinking that this was it. This was the bee's knees. This is the best I'm going to get. And they push you away. Whoever, they push you away. And then you moved into another situation that was better than you imagined. Spirit said, go with it. Don't hold on to the ugliness. Don't hold on to people who want to play games with you, want to maybe yo-yo you, because I feel like this is a yo-yo situation. It's like a throw you away and call you back, a throw you away and call you back. Not a permanent situation. This is somebody who always thinks I could come back whenever I want to come back, or I can come get them off the shelf whenever I want to dust them off and play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Tom and Jerry energy. You know what I'm saying? Cat and mouse, not nonsense. Um, you got to learn your discernment for your situation. Okay, you have to learn how to discern when somebody is playing in your energy. You know what it is? Remember, you have to remember that pain. I believe in that. I believe forgive and forget was to train people to tolerate more hurt. You know what I'm saying? When a person asks for forgiveness and they don't change, that forgive and forget. They want you to forget that they did that. They want that Jedi mind trick to work with you. But I don't. I feel as though you don't. You're not supposed to forget anything. If anything, the best part is to remember so that you can discern if I'm putting myself in the same position, whether it be with them, that person, or somebody else. You can discern. But if you literally forget, you'll be like, "How did I get here? How did this happen again?" Yeah, it happened because you was over there trying to forget shit. Don't forget it. And it's painful to remember. I get it. It is painful. Sometimes when people hurt you, it's traumatic. But the healthiest thing to do is to outline to yourself how much you don't want to feel that no more. So when somebody pushing you away and you don't want to feel that no more, you need to know how that you need to be paying attention how you're feeling in your body. Is your head hurting, your heart hurting, your stomach hurting? Like what is feeling the situation? And how can you not have that happen again? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, people just, they Jedi mind trick you. Listen, a broke clock is right twice a day. And some people give you just enough to keep you so you could go in that cycle with them again. Just enough. You know what I'm saying? They'll do it again. And they'll do it again. And they'll do it again. But then all of a sudden they nice. And you be like, oh. And then you realize that didn't last long because they doing it again. And you're right, Carmen. Some things are just unforgivable. They really are. I don't believe that everything has to be forgiveness. You just have to work on your pain, your triggers. You know what I'm saying? Because if we leave up to our healing to be the opportunity to get the last word, or some type of closure or something like that, we'll be waiting for a long time, because a lot of times the people that walk away or push you away, they don't want you to have closure. They want to be able to come and play with you again, but they don't want no closure. Mm-mm. What you mean closure? What you closing? Uh-uh. I put you on this shelf. I gotta come back and get you when I feel like playing some more. Oh, word? Not my Clarity Empress Collective. That's not how we do. So take that how it resonate. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But I don't believe my people are good for that. Y'all not all right with that. I know I ain't. Like playing mind games and want to reconcile only to just play with you some more. Listen, you gotta let some people work out them demons they got going on in their head, that they would take an earth angel type energy and risk it. You know what I'm saying? And then risk it so bad that y'all not dealing, and then think they can come back and attempt that again. And remember what we talked about, when that person don't change who they are, then that apology is manipulation. If the sole sake of that apology is to draw you back in, and you'll be able to know. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to know. Yep, the disrespect is the closure. But people will want to feel like they got the last laugh, so they try to close the door, hoping that you would try to reopen it just so they can re-injure you. That's a hurt person trying to hurt you instead of somebody trying to heal. So let me see. Oh, we're gonna do Akashic records. Spirit, give me some more for the collective. What do they need to know? I'm hearing peace. I don't know why, but I'm hearing peace. Well, we'll see. Tell me more, Spirit. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You are going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. So many of us are going through healing. Okay, I always say us, but many of us are going through healing. You know what I'm saying? Where we're acknowledging our pain and we're allowing the universe to help us heal. Whatever way we are choosing to work on that, we're working on that. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Honor yourself. Recognize the hard work you've put into getting where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. Ooh, Spirit is like, let me talk to the people right now, okay? Let me talk to you about you, okay? You need to recognize who you are. That self-worth is so valuable, y'all. It's so valuable. That currency can't be duplicated. That currency cannot be measured. Okay. And the best thing you could do is have more than you think you need in store. Honor yourself. Put yourself on the pedestal that you belong on. You know what I'm saying? Remind yourself you are an awesome being. You do incredible things. You're a healer, you're a lover, you're a friend, you're a mom, you're a sister, you're a sibling, you single, you sexy, whatever you resonate with. Resonate with that. Resonate with that and amplify that for yourself. Come into the room. I'm so and so. Proud to be it. You know what I mean? Because you need to honor yourself. You don't need validation from everybody if you validate yourself. Now, that's not an easy feat to validate yourself. I ain't gonna lie. I know for me, it took me a long time to recognize certain things that I was doing in my life was a big freaking deal. And now I see it more because now people are duplicating my efforts. And I'm like, wow, I did that back in 2011, 12, 13, 14. They just now in the 2020s, like, oh, well, we do this now. I'm like, y'all copying me. Matter of fact, I had an elder tell me to copyright a program that I was doing. And I was like, she said, you ever did that? I said, no, I thought about it. She was like, I would think you should trademark it, right? So I started working on the trademark and I indicated that this is a trademark program. And wouldn't you know, a program way bigger than mine I honestly think they would have took the name if I didn't put the TM next to remind them that it's being trademarked because they came up with something very similar but not exact. I said, oh, they tried it. They tried it. Sometimes like they say, when people copy you, it's similar to flattery, I guess. I don't know. For some it is. But when it's come business, it's called competition. But you are that awesome enough for somebody to attempt to duplicate you. They can't duplicate your energy. You know what I'm saying? They can use the same recipe, but it ain't the same sauce. You get what I'm saying? But they can try, and people will try. And that's that outside validation you can acknowledge, like, well, damn. It may be a reminder you needed to know that you've been doing the damn thing. Remember, comparison. Don't compare yourself. Others will compare you. Others will compare you. Yeah, imitation is the best form. Thank you, because I be knowing the sayings and can't say it when it's time to. The other night I was saying something. I was like, I went around it and finally got to it. Thank you. But yeah, I'm like, oh, we imitating us now? Okay, that's what we doing. Tell me more, Spirit. Professional assistance. Okay, we talked about this before, but we're going to always talk about it again. It may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any area of life or any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. Whatever you need, I'm a true believer in that. If it's a need for me, I'm going to the professional that knows about that need. I'm not going to somebody. I'm not going to my mother. I'm not going to, what I'm saying, a sibling. If they're not doing what it is that I need, that professional help, or they can't refer me to someone that does it because they happen to know that person, they can't give me all the answers I need. I can listen, but that's my mom is not going to tell me what put my debits and my credits. She don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm gonna go to an expert. So if I got accounting help, I'm going to my accountant. If I need I don't know, if I need a mason to do some work for me, I'm gonna go to the masons. You know what I'm saying? I need some stucco work, or I need this and that. I'm gonna go see those who are experts in that field. I'm not gonna play around with somebody that don't know, or they just know somebody that know. Get what I'm saying? All right, tell me more, Spirit. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Comment in the comment section, ring that bell when you subscribe. That way you'll always get the notifications when I come on. And you'll see sometimes I will pre-post the live as a coming up soon. Go ahead and hit that notify me button. That way you'll know. And I'll give you the message. Grounding. It says you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet in the ground. Enjoy the centering feeling this brings. Let me tell you something. This right here is the God's honest truth. I went outside and grounded one day, and I came back in the house like, ooh, like I was high. I was so um calm and peaceful. And I didn't know that grounding would feel that way, but when you go and you do it with intention, like we can ground, we walk around barefoot, stuff like that. But when you stillness and you meditate or you just still your mind, it does something to you, y'all. It really does. It does something to you. I wish I knew about it sooner. Like I've been grounded for years if I had understood what that meant. Tell me more, Spirit. You know what? Spirit said, whoever pushed you away pushed you into your awakening. And that's why it was easy for you to go this time. Maybe you had a couple rounds with somebody, but the last time was the last time. It pushed you into a death energy, a rebirth energy. You know what I'm saying? It pushed you into an understanding about yourself. Maybe pushed you into some shadow work. I don't know. But it pushed you into a new level, into a higher frequency. Tell me more. Forgiveness. Ooh, excuse me. It says withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone or maybe even yourself so you can stay on the path of your highest potential. Now here's what I feel about forgiveness. I will always tell you forgiveness is for you and not them. Also, that you don't need to go to the person and say I forgive you. You don't. You can forgive something about the situation in your heart, meaning the weight, the heaviness of it. Um, I find that when I'm realistic about when I really kind of like balance it out, and I think that's that Libra moon in me. When I balance out the good, the bad with situations, and I accept that there are bad, and maybe there has been some good or whatever. However, the bad outweighed the good. Therefore, I will not return to that situation knowing that the bad outweighed the good, right? If I've been bit, I've been played with, tarnished, whatever, I can acknowledge the person in life, you know, and I explained that to y'all the other day. I was like, I've seen somebody in my life and I could have, I don't know, shied away, ignored them, been rude or whatever. And I didn't. And I didn't feel a thing, good, bad, or ugly. So I think I've reached a stage of forgiveness in that I don't hate you when I see you. It's not on sight. I'm just good either way. If I see you, I see you. If I don't see you, I'm still good. When I fully acknowledge that for myself, I'm like, damn, that's a very powerful place to be in for me where I'm at now. That I'm not in that crying and whining and miserable stage waiting on somebody to show me love and attention and affection that they're not capable of doing. And I know those of my family blood members that are older than me and can't even do that. Like that's unimaginable. I don't know why people are stuck the way they are, but again, everybody's trauma is different. Everybody's circumstances is different. But I'm thanking God personally. I thank the universe for my progress, right? And I feel like Spirit wants you to be in the here and the now and appreciate your own progress. No matter where you feel like you are on your journey, appreciate where you've been and what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to give yourself that validation. You need to give yourself that pat on the back, that encouragement, that keep it going. Your spirit tribe might be able to do that for you too. But work on that. Work on knowing who you are and what you're about. Work on that. All right, bottom of the deck. Almost shuffle. Walk away. So it says, you're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention on things more aligned with your soul purpose. That's the whole reading. So, when somebody pushed you away, keep walking. Go away. You know what I'm saying? They decide they want to ghost and go in the cemetery, leave them in the cemetery. And, go ahead and mourn them in your own time and then let them go. You know what I'm saying? Send them mental flowers of condolences and keep it going. Because some people, excuse me, some people want you to hold on to, they done took how you see somebody on the edge of a building. No, I don't want to say that. That's not what I want to say. Sometimes you give people a rope and your rope is very long, and you keep pulling them back, trying to pull them towards you. You keep pulling them back because there's so much danger where they are or where they're going or where they're headed. You know what I'm saying? But you hold on, y'all both got either end of the rope and you just pull the slack up, pull them closer, pull them closer. But each time this person gets close enough to grab your arm and get off the rope and just connect with you, they let the rope go and they cast themselves back into similar predicaments or worse. At some point in time, you also have to release that rope. Put that rope down, let go of the ties that bind you, and walk away. You know what I'm saying? They already pushing you away, so it's not that hard. Just keep going. Just don't look back. Don't go back. You know what I'm saying? This is what they want. Give it to them. Give it to them. Hand it on a platter. If you have a platter, pick it up, put it on the platter, and say, here you go. Let me serve you what you've been asking for. And here you go. because you don't really care in the end how they get it. They just gonna get what they want. You walking away, you moving on. And it's the healthiest thing you can do is to let go of anything that's toxic. I mean, it's been a long time for me to walk home, to think about coming home. I'm about to say walk home because I did walk on the bus back then, but coming home to circumstances of destruction and misery on a regular basis and being okay with whatever's coming. I can't do that. I can't live like that. My nervous system, my central nervous system ain't wired for that. You know, some people are though. Some people can have a high tolerance for foolishness. I don't. And I try to make sure I let y'all know that because I don't want y'all to have a high tolerance for nonsense either. Gain the courage to walk away. Hmm. All right. We're gonna read these Osho Zen and then we out. Anybody wants a reading, let me know. Follow the pinned comments before we go. More. Oh, my card's upside down. So remember I said single and sexy, healing. This is Queen of Wands energy. And look at her with that cornucopia of, well, plate of food and candle. Spirit says she is lit. So she is you and you are lit. And she has so much to give, so much to benefit. And she's beautiful. And this is somebody who is lining up their root chakra along with their sacral chakra based on the color. She is really like powerful from her frame up, you know. She's a runner, she's a track star. Tell me more. Like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with y'all. And then we got the source. This is the Ace of Wands. This is more chakra, root, energy, and solar plexus with all that yellow. But this is somebody, you collective, working on yourself, working on your creativity, your abundance, your blessings, being the source energy. You know what I'm saying? Source of your validation, source of your self worth, not trauma bonded with somebody else. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh. Yeah, so you're letting go the past with the past lives. This is also moon energy, but you're letting go of your past lives, like who you used to be. So, you know, you get a person that pushed you away and then wants to come back in your life, they're going to have to reintroduce themselves if you let them. Because, I mean, take it out resonate if you let them. Not everybody's welcome to even have a conversation with you. And, yeah, there's some unresolved past issues, either with them, somebody else in your life, or with you, just resolving your past issues, putting them to rest. Tell me more. Hmm? Tell me more. Yeah, there's a transformation, death energy. Time to release. This is in a challenging lesson. So, you know, there's some new beginnings here. The Ace Wands and the past lover letting shit go. But some of y'all struggle to truly release. It sounds good, but you're not releasing certain things. You haven't really let it go. Time to purge, Spirit said. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we got the Mother Cups, the Queen of Cups energy. So, Spirit wants you to love unconditionally. Use your intuition. You know, I knew this card was coming. Bottom of the deck, schizophrenia. Because you got a situation, you have a decision to make. And Spirit says either you or somebody that has a decision to make. What happens is that it's this decision is constantly on your mind, plaguing you. You have conversations with yourself over this situation, right? You fussing with yourself about, do I do it? Do I stay? Do I go? do I what do I do? I'm not gonna front because you may have had a relationship or some type of love for this person, and making a decision about if they came back and tried to reconcile with you is a little tough. This person knows how to play in your heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? They know how to say the right things, encourage you. Not in the way you need to be encouraged, but encourage you to stick along. Where it said, well, it's time to remember what they put you through. It's time to remember the disrespect. It's time to put your you know, I don't know, I want to say thinking caps on, but kind of like use your discernment and your intelligence, not just go by your heart. Your heart is always going to love somebody. That's what Spirit said. Always going to love somebody. You're not going to lose the love. But what you may have to lose is the relationship or the friendship or, familyship because it's bringing you down in other ways. So it's making a choice to walk away, to let it go, and to, what she said, stop comparing. Maybe, like I said, maybe some people wanted to win, stay in the situation, win the situation, but this person puts their energy elsewhere. Then let them, let them, and let them. You know what I'm saying? So, take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring the bell. This is what you genuinely want. This is at the bottom of this deck. Caring connection. It says a new supportive relationship is on the horizon. It might be a kindred spirit or possibly even romance. It could be someone new or the deepening of an existing relationship. Open your heart to this new connection. It's just somebody in your life that's just been playing games. And like I said, being avoidant in any kind of attachment style, release them. Now, should you choose to keep the lines of communication open, that is your prerogative. But Spirit is saying and screaming, release them. If that person new in your life, they're gonna come correct. If the old person in your life, they're gonna want to come correct. They're gonna try, but you need to release what's not serving you. So if they're not helping you and not doing things in a good way in your life, let them go. Release them. All right. I appreciate coming to the channel, chilling with me in the spiritual lounge. I don't see any readings to be done on live tonight, so I'm gonna bid you adieu. I'm starting to feel like Latia. She says we a lot, and I don't know was that second person or not when she speaks, but I'll be saying we a lot because I've been talking about me in spirit, and sometimes I'm talking about y'all collective, but sometimes it's spirit. We did this. We need to do that. So, Latif, you hear me doing this because I don't know, we rubbing off. So, anyway, I appreciate y'all coming. Y'all have a good night. I'll bid y'all adieu. Peace.